Well, hello everyone, it's Kevin here with Mobile DJ Remastered. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and today's video is all about my new logo. So what I'm going to do here is, this is going to be a multi-section video. I'm going to film it in different parts over the next couple days and show you guys the process of me getting a new logo for my personal DJ business. Okay, so as some of you guys know, my business is is a mobile DJ company called Smilestones DJ Services. And I came up with the name because I really like this idea that I want to put smiles in your milestones, okay? Milestones meaning your big birthday parties, your weddings, your graduations, your anniversary parties, all of those kind of things, the milestone moments of your life. I want to put those smiles in through the power of music. That's my brand. And I mean, I'm very positive. I'm very upbeat, very friendly guy. So the smiles of Smilestones kind of like just rings true with me. And I really love the brand that I've built around that name. But I didn't have the right logo. I'm showing you now on the screen what my current logo is. And I'm going to tell you a couple things about my logo. Number one, it's kind of clever, I guess, with the sound wave and the little smile. And I'm okay with it as a, you know, it was my first logo. I made it myself, but I kind of didn't make it myself. Okay. So I'm coming clean here. I went on to Vistaprint and went to make business cards, DJ business cards for the first time. And I didn't have a logo at that point. I just knew I wanted to make business cards for my little business that I just started. And what I found was all kinds of little clip art and little, you know, like templates and things like that for things like DJing. And I used a sound wave. You can see the little sound wave that I use in my logo. That's from a Vistaprint template, okay? And it wasn't colored the way I have it colored. I went ahead and made it more of a gradient color. I also added the smile. So it's a, you know, Smilestones. And I, you know, put the color on it and everything. And I chose the teal, the blue, the green, the gradient. But you know what? Everything else, I mean, I look at it and I'm reminded of that choice that I made of borrowing some clip art, which is totally fine. That's fine. But I borrowed it and I'm reminded of it every once in a while. I'll run across another DJ online or whatnot with that logo. Okay, but even setting that aside, because a lot of our markets, it's kind of like, you know, Venn diagrams that never intersect. It's kind of like a lot of us DJs will never interact in the same markets together. So that's okay. I'm okay with having, like, there's another person with my little logo out there. But what really, I think, got to me this season is I was thinking about my brand and how my brand and my logo, they don't really match. Like, it's not really coming out that I'm a fun, celebratory type kind of DJ, that I'm going to help you with your big milestone and give you memories for a lifetime. Like, I wanted that to pop in my logo. So I'm like, it's time to do a rebrand and a relogo, a new logo. And I'm really excited about 99 Designs. They have a pretty good template, a pretty good platform, I guess you could call it, where the concept is really simple. If you haven't heard of it, it's basically, you can launch a contest. And you basically create a brief. And you could create a brief about anything. It could be, in my case, it's a logo, but you could do a website design. You could do letterhead. You could do a business card. You could really do anything you want. Your Facebook redo. So basically, you tell people a brief. You give them a brief. You tell this website a brief. And all of these freelance designers will go and they'll choose whether or not they want to participate in your contest. And you essentially will use this brief to say what you want. People will create mock-ups and design ideas and they'll submit them to you. And then you can vote on them and you can basically, you know, pick the ones you like the best. You advance them to a final round where you can kind of get some revisions done and that kind of thing. And then finally, boom, you pick a winner. So I'm excited. I'm going to show you guys what I did and some of the steps that I took. And I'll just go ahead and I'm going to move over to the screen here and show you guys. Here we go. This is the 99 Designs site. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to log in. I'm already logged in as me. That's this K here. And I'm going to go ahead and this is, by the way, this is like all the messages and things I've been getting, which is really cool. So up here, I can choose my work. You can also browse designers. You can do discover on, if you're trying to get an idea, you can go through and pick, hey, I want to design a t-shirt. I want to design a whole social media package or something. You can do these different things. I'm going to go to my work, and you'll see here I've got a logo contest going. Now, it's called 99 Designs because the idea is just that maybe you'll get 99 designs to pick from. But I don't know that that's average. I have a lot. I have 153 designs, but not all of them are unique designs. A lot of them are small tweaks and changes, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. But here we are on, this is like day 4 or 5, okay? And typically the qualifying round, which is round 1, where you put out your brief and you get all these logos, like, you know, first entries, if you will. This is usually like a 4-day period, I believe, maybe 3 days, but I did extend it. I extended it a couple of days because I wanted some more inspiration. I wanted to see what else I could get from some of these great, super creative designers. So I did extend it a little bit. So I did get a few more than maybe you'd get on average, and 46 designers actually are contributing to my my contest here. So let's take a look at first. I want to show you the brief. Okay, this is where you kind of, and I'm not stepping through like. As a new client, or if you wanted to do a contest yourself, you step through a process that's pretty cool. You actually like tell, you'll see some of the information that you tell 99 Designs what you want, what you're looking for, like color palette and such. You'll see that here, but I'm not stepping you through. I'm just showing you what I've already created. And you can see, by the way, that I have 1 day and 21 hours left for the qualifying round. And of course, the next round will be select my finalists. I can then do my final round, and then choose a winner, and I can do a poll and all this stuff. But in any case, it's kind of fun, actually. I've been addicted to seeing, oh, what am I gonna get? What did I get overnight? A lot of the folks, I'm in the United States, a lot of the folks are in Europe or in India or, you know, Philippines. There's all kinds of folks all globally, all over. And some of their work is overnight. While I'm sleeping, I'll have new entries in the morning. So it's kind of cool. So in any case, what do you want in your logo? Milestones. Okay, cool. And I think I will go ahead and I already popped it on the screen, but let me just show you my current logo is this, the smile, those sound waves like I talked about, and the actual word Milestones, DJ services. I don't want to use DJ services anymore. I want to, as a brand, I kind of want to move away from saying DJ services. I'm going to try it out, and I might end up using it, but I want to try it out without it. So I went ahead and said, just give me something with milestones, okay? No slogan or anything underneath it. And here's what I said about this question: describe your organization, what the organizational product does, and its target audience. So I say, hey, this is for my small business. It's called Milestones. Clients hire me to play music, lead events through the timeline, MC, speak on the microphone, provide dance lights. Okay, those are the kind of services I provide, I guess, if you will. My target audience is, and I told these guys, basically I'm looking for the wedding crowd, the 25 to 35 engaged couples. And I love to go for that upper middle class kind of, that's my target audience. Of course, I want to help anybody with their wedding, and I would like to help, but this is my target. Like, that's what I'm going for. And then on the periphery, like folks like here I say, I mostly DJ for weddings, but I'm also needing to connect with younger and older people for other events I DJ. I still want those school dances, graduation parties, anniversary parties, etc. But I'm just targeting something. You gotta have a target. If you don't, I think if you are always trying to be everything to everyone, you never are anything to anyone, if that makes sense. Okay, so it's like the highlighter theory. When you highlight everything, you're highlighting nothing. Everything's yellow, okay? That's kind of the concept here. So I try to pick a target. It's one thing I remember in marketing class, you gotta have a target. Let's pick that target and let's go hard to it. But I wanna connect with others too, so I'm looking for maybe some sort of compromise or something. Okay, so my inspiration behind my company name is that I like to put smiles, fun, in all of your life milestones, such as weddings, birthdays, parties. I already mentioned all that to you here, but I wanted them to see this in the brief. And it's through the power of music that I'm doing this. My brand Okay, this is me. This is what I've developed with my clients. My brand, my value proposition that I want incorporated in the logo are these things. I'm fun, friendly, helpful, positive. Those are, people describe me over and over as those things in my reviews, personally, when they're coming up to me and talking to me after a gig or after an event rather. I'll get those kind of words. That's what I want in the brand. I want to see that in the logo, okay? I don't know that this says that. Maybe it says it kind of with a smile, but I don't know that that says it. I'm professional, experienced, organized, and trustworthy. And I'm putting these in buckets because I just wanted to try to make it simple for the, the designer. I don't want to like give them too many individual things, but a couple different words to describe the vibe I'm going for. I want that logo to look like, hey, this is a DJ company that's legit. This isn't some fly-by-night thing, okay, that somebody just came up with. I think my logo does that. I like my font. I think it's very professional. It might be a little bit, I don't know, science fiction-y looking or something, or maybe, I don't know. It's got a funny look to it, I know, but I think it looks pretty professional, but I wanted to retain that, have that professional experience look. I definitely am very passionate about delivering an amazing, fun experience that gives my clients and their guests a lifetime of memories. So this, you might say, well, isn't that what fun, friendly, helpful? No, this is me as a person, but this is what I'm passionate about. And this is what I want to come through in the logo, that we're going to have an awesome time together. It's going to be fun and you're going to get a lot of memories. You and your crew, your family, friends, they're going to have memories forever from this party that we just had. That's what I want to come out of it. Okay, equally as important as what you want in a logo and a brief is what you don't want. So I went ahead and gave them a little bit of what I don't want. And I know it doesn't say up here, like, tell me what you want, what you don't want, but I know that this will empower my designer and people committing, to my contest and coming into it. It'll give them the perspective that they need to give me a good thing that I would like. I don't want, even though I'm Smilestones, I don't want anything to do with S or SS, especially not SS. That has a negative historical connotation. I don't want that at all, okay? I don't want sound waves. My current logo has this, as we talked about. I don't want to use the overly played out DJ gear, like symbols, like headphones, records, music notes, unless it's a subtle thing. If it's a subtle thing, I'm okay with it. But if it's all in your face and it's all about the DJ stuff, I don't want that. I'm trying to say we're going to have memories and have a fun time through music. I'm not trying to say I'm a DJ, hire me. It's always, it goes back to the core of what you're trying to sell. What are you trying to sell? Are you trying to sell music? Are you trying to sell a microphone, a headphone? What are you trying to sell to people? I want to sell a good time. I want to sell a party. I want to sell a celebration. So that's why I don't want just the DJ gear. I think that's played out and it doesn't connect with what I want to do. Unless it's subtle, and you'll see there's some examples that I'm excited about that have a little subtle references. I don't want smile faces. Look, it's in the name. Okay, I don't need smile faces. I don't need a little face. If it's a smile mouth, like I have in my original, okay, I'd be okay with that if it's subtle, because I understand people, that might be something people want to play off of. I understand that. So I left that in there. And then I don't want anything too abstract. I want to know it. I want people to see the mark or the logo and say, oh yeah, that's this kind of thing. I don't want some symbol that only, you could only decode if you were like in a Dan Brown novel and you had to like figure out, the Rosetta Stone of whatever. I don't want all that. I don't want a decoder ring type, logo. Okay. What else is in here? Okay. Check it out. Industry. You can pick your industry. What industry is your logo or company going to be for? What visual style do you like? You can pick colors. I actually originally picked teal because I really like that color. It's kind of in the middle here of my brand. But I unchecked this and just said, hey, this is the option to let the designers choose for you. People did, you'll see, people went to teal, blue, green, because I mentioned it here. And also I linked my current website. So people have been going to teal, but whatever, it's fine. Look at this. Look at this. This is cool. You can give these style attributes. So you can basically say, hey, I want a more modern, I want a more classic, more mature, whatever. So here's what I did. I sat and thought, what about my target market? I'm trying to get folks to book me for their weddings, and they're recently engaged. They're either Gen Y or millennial, or probably Gen Z coming up here, the younger part of my target market. So I think they appreciate a little bit of the classic, but also they need a little bit modern. I can't go full on classic and look like, an old Ford car logo or something, or Coca-Cola or something, but I can't go super modern either, because I think that's played out. I think the younger folks want something a little more rich with, and especially I want to show some maturity, but also keep a youthful component. So I'm really trying to strike a balance. So I kept them right in the middle. I thought I'd lean a little feminine because I think it's the brides that we're trying to sell to in most cases. In a classic, if you think about the classic scenario, there's probably a more feminine character, or maybe a bride-to-be who is the decision maker on a wedding. Sometimes it's the guy, that it's, or it's the more masculine of the couple or whatever, that it's going to be, connecting. But I think that my instinct was to go a little on the feminine skew. I think I moved, I'm a center on playful versus sophisticated, luxurious. I want to hit up market just a little bit. I want to go for that upper middle class kind of market as a target. So I chose that. Geometric versus organic. I put it over just one tick toward the geometric, because I don't really like some logos are, drawn. They look like they're drawn with colored pencil, and they've got vines everywhere and all this. And I didn't like that look. So I kind of said, I want a little more geometric, but whatever, a little organic be okay. And then a little more literal than abstract. I just moved it over one tick, because again, I don't want a decoder ring to figure out my logo. Okay, what else? You can go through and pick. They give you all these examples, and you can go through and basically say, hey, I like these kind of style logos. And you can select them, and you can upload files of logos that you've seen. You can give inspiration to designers based on what you want. Then you can upload other files. And finally, is there anything else you want to communicate to the designers? I told them my website, my socials. I told them again some of the things I'm looking for, and just try to give them some extra information. So after all that, what did I get? Well, after 3 days now, I guess, or so, here's some of the stuff I got. These are my, not finalists, but these are the ones that I like and I probably will promote maybe to the final round. So I'm showing you these because they're really good. I think they're really well done. So check this one out. This one is kind of like two versions of the same kind of concept, but this guy or gal, Paulie Gonzo, came up with milestones, and then milestone event icons like anniversary, wedding, birthday cake, party hat, graduation. I love it. It's kind of playful. It's not super mature. I don't know that it checks my box for professional, but man, I love this. And, he even did some, hey, this is how it would look on a t-shirt, and like, kind of put it on a t-shirt. Anyway, I think has a lot of promise. Okay, so I like this one, and it really got to the heart of me. It's not all about the DJ; it's about the parties and the moments and the memories we're going to give. This gets to that for me. Check this one out. This is slick. I really like this one, and this is my wife's favorite, by the way. I got my wife and kids on this, looking at the contest results and checking out new things too. This one came in, and it was pretty plain, actually. They just came with a concept of music notes and a smile, which I know I talked about not wanting either of those. But with this little wedding ring kind of symbol, man. Plus, I don't know if you guys know, but in project management world, a milestone marker, okay, just like in my name, milestones, a milestone marker is a diamond. It's that shape basically. And this pops for me. I mean, I look at this and all the different iterations that sometimes they give you different iterations. And I'm like, oh, this is so good. This really feels good. And you can see, look at this. You message with the folks, You can talk to them. You can give them hints. You can like click and say, hey, I don't like that diamond. You know, you can give them a comment. And these are comments, as you can probably see, it says private comment. These are comments just to that designer. So you're not, you know, everybody's not seeing all your talk, which is pretty cool. So I like that one. I like, you know, both of these two. And you can see they give different iterations. Look at this one, has the party hat and everything kind of like, or I'm sorry, the graduation cap, everything's spread out. This one has it more in a triangle kind of fashion. They give you a couple iterations just to like, hey, and some of these folks continuously tweak. And I'm like, oh, I like this one. I like this one. You can look at this one. Paul Laganzo is on, this is number 65 from this guy. And not 65 designs from him, but this is my 65th design. And there were some like, I don't know, when he first started, or she, when they first started, it might have been like 20 and then a couple in the 30s and one on the 40 and then this one. So they've been iterating. And I hit the trash can on the ones that I just don't like, or if there's like a new update, I'll trash it. And I'll show you the trash can because there's some cool things in there too, but, or at least interesting, insightful things. So like this, loving both of these. Check these out. I really like this one. This one just has a good vibe to it. I like it a lot. Look at me, I'm so predictable. Love the vibes. I really like it. And it's got subtle headphones. It's got a subtle smile. I asked, hey, can we do some different subtle representations of some of the fun events I DJ for people for? So, and he said, look, I'll try to do that. Thanks for the feedback a couple of days ago. So he might be working on something amazing. There's also a vinyl in the background. You can see a record and then the mountainscape. It just has cool, I don't know, like LA vibes, or like, hey, this is going to be fun. This is going to be cool. It's going to be epic. I really like it. So there's that one. And he just did another variant for me. This one's kind of cool because it's got people dancing. I don't know if I love this one, but certainly I think it's a, you know, I'll keep it around for now. This one's kind of cool. It looks like my wife thought it looked like an Old West movie or something. It's interesting, right? It's kind of got a cool look to it. I just zoomed in there. Okay, so then this one has a lot of potential for me. Okay, so here's what this is. This is, I'll zoom in a little bit. This is my logo, or, you know, the logo design. But look at this. It's, instead of the O, it's like a smile, kinda, but it's an O. And it's got people like putting their hands up like an awesome party. And it's got these little stars that could be lights, pardon me, could be like DJ lights, could be like milestone markers. Again, we were talking about the diamond being the milestone. Oh, like this guy or gal, it's Ada Slayar gets me. Like, this is right here. Like, this is really good. I really like it. Now, does it tell you you're a DJ? Not really. Like, if you don't have DJ services, but if you do have DJ services, it tells you. I think that's why the designer chose to do that. They put in DJ services so they wouldn't have to put headphones or, you know, music notes or anything like that, but still indicate that you're a DJ. I kind of like it. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool concept. Okay, now let me get back to a couple quick others. Actually, just this one more. I kept this one around. I don't love it because it's a vinyl, it's record, music note, it's got some stars. I kind of gave this guy some props, Dippo Master. He's been trying really hard. This is probably his, I don't know, 10th, 12th iteration. Different logos. Like, he's been all over. I'll show you some of them in the trash. But man, so I gave him some love. I'm like, yeah, I kind of like it, but I don't know that it'll make my finalist. But anyway, here's the last few that I like. And I got another day. I might get, day and a half or so. Well, actually 2 days. I might get some other really interesting ones. So when you have a design you like, you can start. And you can, as you saw, you can get feedback and you can go through iterations. So I starred these, and basically I can see up here, I've got unrated 0. I've got 2 that are 1 to 2 stars. I've got 9 that are 3 to 5 stars. And then I've got a bunch in the trash. So here's how the trash works. If you don't like a design, let's say I just didn't like this one. I just decline design. Okay, and you can leave them a note first, like, oh, thank you for your help, thank you for your work. I feel really bad about clicking that because that's somebody's time. Even if they use a font or whatever, or they use a pre-produced thing, it's somebody's time. So I feel bad, but you got to do it, right? You got to sift through all the stuff. So I decline it, but I leave them a little love note, or hey, I'm sorry I didn't like this part, but thank you for your time. And they all go in here. Now, let's just look at like this one. This one I just declined like literally 32 minutes ago. And I think, I tell them, I don't think it's for me. I don't want the spotlight on me. It's not about me. I'm the DJ, but it's more about you. It's about the clients and the people that I'm doing parties for. I do kind of like it. It's kind of slick, it's got some pieces to it that I enjoy. Like, wow, that's cool with the spotlights, and it just looks fresh and looks kind of cool, but it's just not for me. So pink TERS or pink TRS, I don't know. I said no, and I declined it. But some of these like pink TERS, you can kind of see, look, he tried this, he tried this, he tried this, and he's probably done with me at this point because I declined him a few times, and that's okay. Like, they're bringing their thoughts based on your brief. They're bringing their thoughts to you. Sometimes they miss, or sometimes it's not a good fit. This guy completely doesn't fit me at all. Like, I'm not a monkey. I actually have a buddy who has a good monkey logo. He's Party Monkey DJs, but whatever. I'm not the monkey. This isn't me. This doesn't fit at all. So it's like, no, decline. Thank you. But, some of these are interesting. Like, I think perhaps if, and sometimes you see withdrawn by designer. I don't know how exactly it works, but the designer can withdraw, or if you decline it, they can also withdraw it later. And I think it just takes it off the table. I'm not exactly sure, but I know that I can't see it as well anymore once they withdraw it. You see how it's like, you can zoom in, but you can't really see. But like, come on, my logo is just my name with like circles. That's not good. And I tell you, at the beginning, if I go back to the very beginning, I was getting all these S's. Oh, here's the first iteration of the guy with the party hats and all this stuff that I told you how we iterated through. But there was a lot of S's. Like, people kept trying to give me like this, like S, or I get a lot of SS's, and I just did not like that. I don't want to be known as, oh, it's the S company or whatever. I don't know. I guess it's hard. Some of them look pretty good. Like, look how cool. That's looking really slick, right? And I like some of their, if you read some of their descriptions, sometimes it's pretty cool. Like the SS is also milestones, but also is a subtle representation of a sound wave. Some of you guys watching this might be like, damn, Kevin, you are picky. You got to be picky. You got to be picky. This is your brand. This is what you're putting out there. Right here, I don't know if you can see this. It's kind of, but it's a platter. I told them I didn't want that kind of stuff. So sometimes they just don't read the description. So you're like, did you really read the brief? I don't know, maybe not. So you give them feedback and you move on. You cancel. So guys, I'm going to pause here because I got another day and I don't want to keep talking for a day, 2 days. I probably could. If you guys know my channel and watch me, I probably could talk for a day, 1.9 days, whatever this is. But I will put pause on the video right now, and we'll come back once I get into my final round where I've got my finalists. All right, everybody. So it's a few days later, and now I'm looking at my 99 designs. And actually, I'm at my next stage, which is now I've been through the qualifying round where designers submit their designs and their ideas. And now it's time to select my finalists. Okay, so basically, let me show you guys. I'm going to go ahead and record the screen. And you can see here, I've got, here's my little workflow. Qualifying round, this is done, it says. Select finalists, 4 days left. Final round, 3 days. You can kind of see, choose a winner. So you get, look, a whole 2 weeks to do that step. And then, of course, the handover phase for all your files to come to you. So this is pretty cool. So right now, in terms of the finalists, I'm able to select my 6 favorites. And I'm also able to run a poll on different designs. I think I can do this after I select the finalists. So I think I can select my finalists and then go ahead and do a poll with, I was thinking my friends, my family, and then some folks that I trust as awesome customers that I've had in the past, or partners, some vendors, venues, those kind of folks. Now, I've been very diligent with managing my designs. So this has been a really fun process. And if you look here, I actually have 6 designs that I'm super excited about. So I definitely have one that I'm more interested than others if I had to stack rank them, but I really like all of these designs. So some of these you saw a few days ago when I did my first part of this video, and then maybe some refinements, and then this new one that certainly came in. So I have sort of a hard time picking between these 2 options here. The smile stones with the hands in the air and the lights and the subtle smile. I like this little mark. I'm just not sure if I like the lowercase or the uppercase, and I'm not sure if I like DJ services. Now, these are things I can refine later, but I just wanted to bring both of them into this round. Look at this though, you'll see that I have 200 designs that I declined, that I said no thanks, or I might have gave negative feedback, and then the designer withdrew them and submitted something different. So some of these are just really good, and they just weren't for me. I'm not going to go through all these, but you can just kind of tell. I mean, some of these have a different vibe than, that's really cool, but I don't know if that's me. That's not really what I'm going for, an abstract symbol like that. But a lot of cool work that went into this. I like this one a little bit. Kind of looked like a music note and a smiley face, both of which things that I didn't really want in unless they were subtle. But whatever. Moving on, I've got my 6, I guess you could say, finalists, or really it's kind of just 5 finalists. Okay. So, what I'm to do now is to assign, and you can see these little 6, little shadows of people down here. That, I guess that's where I assign to the finalist, slots. So I'm going to go ahead and drop these in, and you can kind of see how they're kind of coming in here. Oh, okay. It looks like since this is the same designer, Ada Slayer, and it just came in as 1. So, I guess I could possibly go after in my trash and look for a 6, but you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to confirm these. What is this? Ask my friends on the team. Select designs, email, Facebook, or tweet, poll. Oh, okay, cool. So this is pretty good. I guess I'm supposed to run a poll before I select my finalists. Okay, I get it. I wasn't quite sure on that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to create a poll versus doing the finalist thing. Let me take those out because I don't know if this is, hopefully this isn't hurting anything. But this is my first time through this, guys, and you're learning with me. Sorry about that. So I'm going to go ahead and let me do this poll. I like this idea. So select the designs. Great. Share and then check. Okay. Okay, cool. So what are the 6 designs? I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to load all 6 up. Can I? Oh yeah, cool. It's just kind of loading them up. No particular order. I do like the uppercase, I think, a little better. I don't know if I need DJ services here on this one, but the lowercase is cool too. I really like it. I like this one because it looks like it's a movie production, like it's going to be a big memorable moment. I like it. I think also this could work as a mark by itself. So could this with the hands in the air and the stars. And of course, we've talked about these before. But in any case, okay, so I've got all these in the poll. Okay, now what's next? Save and continue. Okay, cool. Poll name. Help me pick my logo. Okay, so looking for a new logo design for Milestones DJ Services. Would love your feedback and thoughts on which of these would best fit my brand. Okay, cool. Allow voters to get a notification about the winning design. Sure. Launch. All right, share my poll. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so I'll be able to send this link out. Hopefully, okay, I can post it to Facebook. This is great. And they've sent me an email too. This is great. All right, guys, so what I'm gonna do is go ahead and check this out, forward it on so that folks can participate. I might even put it on my Facebook, and or I might do private just to customers that I've made a connection with and some venues and vendors. I don't think I want to put it out on my whole, as a whole marketing on my actual company website. I don't know if that'd be a good idea. So I think I'll just do targeted people that I know and trust, and this will be good. Okay, and then I'll come back and show you guys the results we got. Okay, and then hopefully we'll be able to advance to the next round and do some refinements and pick the winner. Okay. Any case, thank you guys, and I'll see you in a couple days. All right, guys, we're at the end of the contest, and I really am excited about where we landed. So let me show you what the finalists look like and where I ended up in terms of selecting my final winner. You can see my progress bar. We went, of course, through the first few stages of this, the qualifying round. You guys saw some of that, selecting the finalists. So we went, and I actually chose several that I really liked, and I'll show you those in a minute, but did the select the finalists, moved on to the final round, and then chose a winner. So part of the things that I did also in there was I started a poll. Actually, it says 2 polls, so you'll see that in a second too. But the process was really smooth, and I felt it was a lot of fun. I felt a lot of excitement kind of going through it. So let me show you where we ended up. So in terms of let me just go here to these files. These were like the final round files. So here's one. Let me zoom in here. You can kind of see they give you different options. This one ended up, I really like this one. Again, you kind of look at it and you say, wow, this is sleek. It's nice. It's kind of, memorable, I think, with the hands, and it definitely invokes a party kind of scene. It's got a smile in there subtly in the O. You can kind of see the smile. And then of course it's got these stars, which could kind of represent lights that I obviously do as a DJ, have lights along with my music, but it also invoked for me a symbol of the milestone, which, in project management, again, a milestone can be denoted by a diamond. So I kind of thought, oh yeah, that's perfect. So I really like this one. Next, let's see this one. This kind of, I really like this one, and it's simple, subtle. I think also memorable. It's kind of timeless. Like I don't think it would be out of style after a little bit of use, a few years. But I like this one because, again, all those reasons, and it invokes that, hey, we're going to have music, so these little music notes, but it's going to be fun. And there's going to be, you've got this little diamond ring, which also doubles as that hidden meaning, that milestone meaning of the diamond from project management, as we were talking about. Not that anybody's going to get that. That's just for me. I like that symbology, but the idea that you can tell that's a wedding ring, and I'm primarily looking at booking with wedding clients and trying to do more weddings with them. I think that's pretty powerful. And I love these colors, simple colors. Really like that. This one I also really liked, but you can tell a lot of colors. I actually had another rendition. I didn't download it here, but now that the contest is over, it's kind of hard to get to those other renditions and other versions. But I asked for the headphones, so you can kind of see subtly here, to be a little bit thicker. And also I asked, instead of mountains, could we have some sort of party theme or something? And the designer tried some things like a party hat and some confetti. It just didn't work with the design. So I kind of ended up liking this one best. If you, of the options that this designer gave me. So I had this one in the final round as well as this one. Now this one used to have a little star up here and everybody looked like they were kind of worshiping the star. So we switched it around and we got rid of the star and kind of have these light lines coming out. It looks like a concert, looks like people jumping up. And I kind of like that one also. So those were my final round picks. And the way that this worked was I took, you can see I ended up with 216 different designs. And somewhere I saw that it gave me the count that it was 55 designers that participated in my contest. This is a little high, I think. I think it skews a little higher than normal. I don't know that for sure, but it just seems like it from some of the other videos and things that I've seen. But in any case, I ran a poll, and one of my polls here, you can see I sent around to like my closest friends and partners, venues, a couple venues, people that I knew that would give me not, the flowery, oh yeah, that's great, but the straight shooting kind of comments. So, if I look here, you can kind of see this one came out on top with 4 stars average rating, 22 votes, and one person said it conjures up the golden oldies for me. Johnny Rockets. See some of these people were extremely honest and I love it. And you can see I got a bunch of comments. But yeah, anyway, you can kind of see how this worked. So, you can also see, spoiler alert, the winner was this one. And I really like this one. This friend of, this actually was a friend and a wedding client, that I met during the process of doing her wedding. But she said, look, by far, this is my favorite, simple and clean, super creative, to the point, smiles and memories, love it. She summed up my, and I like the simplicity of this one, simple, clean, memorable, big fan of the clean lines, just like a lot of people here. I, of course, loved it. Everybody really, I think, mostly liked this one. A couple of different comments, of course. And this one actually did come out on top from that poll. But if you read the comments, I think it's definitely more purposeful for me and my vibe and what I was going for to get this one. So this is it. This is my winner. And I love it. I'm really happy where this ended up. And the next step, of course, after I awarded the winner, was for the designer to put together all the files. And look at this. So she's done so. Lydia Design has done so. She's given me all the files, and here they are. And it's a bunch of them. So it's like the different colors, different formats like JPEG, PNG, EPS, Adobe Illustrator, etc. So I've got all kinds of file formats in different colors. You can see, looks like there's 24 files. So that's really good. And then some additional information, which is really cool in here. So if you look at this, I think this is pretty cool because she's got in here, like the font she used. She's got the blue, the actual blue, like in the color, the background, and of course the logo color. And another iteration, she's got the blue she used, the exact codes, so I can replicate that in other marketing material. The font, of course, and where to get it. So I think great job all around. Had a lot of fun with this process. And now I've got a new logo. So I'm going to work now on taking these file formats and basically bringing this logo into all of my media, or rather, anywhere I need a logo. So think about of course, the business card. Think about the places like, for example, on my Facebook page, my web page, my Instagram, this is my laptop skin, okay? My old logo, if you can see that. This is my old logo, so I want to make sure I'm going to modernize that and modernize it everywhere. I'm also thinking about, of course, I have a lot of documentation and documents that if you guys have been on my channel, you've seen that I put my logo on everything. So how am I going to, I'm going to need to replace this logo into those documents. I'm also thinking about branding like shirts and things like that. So any kind of that kind of thing too. So that's going to be a lot of work, and I better get started. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video about my journey on rebranding and building a new logo. I hope it helped. And if you're interested in it, I think maybe hopefully I dropped a couple tips along the way. Things like, make sure if you're going to do this to have a really good brief, a design brief. Make sure to do a blind contest so you can get some unique and creative ideas. Make sure to be very vocal and very responsive to your designers so you can give them feedback as they go through the process, and they can tweak and change things that you don't like or you'd like. And I think that's it. And then finally, of course, ask those closest to you that will give you an honest opinion about things, and reach out to them. Okay, guys? Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.